Yo there guys, Jimmy Games NZ here, and we're back playing some Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, just after I put up the video recently, I was telling you guys that I couldn't make it onto the servers. Well, straight after, of course, I could make it onto the servers. So I think that there was an update that actually came up which enabled us here in New Zealand or Oceania to actually play a few games. And this is actually my first match. Now, I made a bit of a mistake here because this is actually not my A team, it's like my F team kind of thing, so I accidentally picked it. I think as I was choosing the teams, I didn't actually pick my A team. So I ended up using Beerus and Cell for the first time, and it was really cool playing Beerus. Beerus makes, actually, being a deity, he plays like he's powerful, so I thought that was really cool. His moveset, it looks like he's not even trying, and it doesn't look like that he gets too much damage, and his moves kind of put that on. So I really enjoyed playing with Beerus. He's like has that speed, but obviously playing Goku through those tutorial levels, I had already got most of his moves in, but this was my first match, and it was cool to see these other different characters. But in my first couple matches, I was learning new characters' moves, and I didn't want to. If you pause the game to try and find out what the moveset is, you end up getting in hiding because it doesn't actually pause the match. So a lot of the tricks that I was using in those tutorials were obviously, because AI is stupid, these are real players. So I was surprised, well, not surprised, it was, the matches were quick, they were over before you knew it, and I loved it. It was great. It was cool to play these new characters as well. I was pretty much doing the same moves, seeing if they'd work. A lot of the Hadokens, Hurricane Kicks from Street Fighter and stuff, they seem to be working. And yeah, I'm the different coloured Cell. I'm the blue one there, and this is me playing the Cell for the first time. I liked how he handled. He was very powerful, very strong. But obviously I didn't know his moveset, so I was just trying combos, trying what I could, trying to keep the blocking going, and some of his moves are very powerful. But it was cool playing the different games because the colours were so vibrant and so true to the anime, and also not knowing what their moveset would be. But in saying that, I was being matched up with noobs as well, I'm sure. Obviously, again, this is my first match, went straight back to Goku. But it was cool that I found that, like, if I was playing a lot of other noobs, they weren't doing, like, the typical things. They weren't changing characters and stuff. So there were a few things I could get away with, and that there is actually my first one match. So in this video, I have actually a few matches that I've done. I had my fair share of wins and losses, but this was pretty much my A team here. I wanted to play as Vegeta, but the problem with playing as Vegeta is that I didn't know his moveset. So I didn't know how he was going to handle. So this was actually the first time I was using Vegeta, my favorite character in Dragon Ball, and he was a hell of a lot different style to Goku, which was cool. He was a lot more. He was slower, but a lot more powerful and a lot more key orientated. As soon as I kind of got his feel, because I was trying to, that's when I kind of realized he concentrated on his key attacks and his key abilities. And also I was playing against Frieza for the first time, so his moveset was different. I didn't know how far his moves could hit, but I really enjoyed playing as Vegeta, and that was the first time that I did Vegeta's Big Bang Attack, and it was cool. And then I came across the bitch. So obviously Vegeta and Android 18 have a bit of history, but I could see it, like, they balanced the characters in my opinion very well. So 18 is actually, she's a lot quicker than Vegeta, and she was able to really get under my skin, and just because of the anime story, I did not want her to beat me. So I was trying my best to try and knock her out. But it was cool to kind of check out Vegeta's moveset. Obviously, he's one of the characters I really want to try and learn properly. And yeah, there's me just getting absolutely stomped. But I tried to stick to my combos and stuff that you learn in the tutorial, and I ended up just losing there. But fortunately for me enough, this is me playing as Frieza, so I tried his super straight away, and this is pretty much what happened. First time as Frieza, and I went as Gold Frieza. So it was cool to straight go into that, and I was like, oh, yep. And it was cool to knock out 18 straight away, and then against Vegeta. So Frieza handles really well. He's very powerful as well. He kind of has that feeling of being being very strong. Obviously, I didn't know his moveset either, so I didn't know how far his attacks were going to go. But moves like that were really cool to pull off. That move there, though, was a bit of a spammy move. I fought a guy and lost, and he just spammed that move hard out. It was kind of a hold, very annoying and very powerful. But it was very cool playing as Frieza. He's very powerful. I do enjoy playing him. And obviously with Dragon Ball Super out at the moment, and Frieza playing with the heroes, and made a comeback from the dead, it's been really cool to play as, to see Vegeta still be the villain, but that kind of anti-hero. I really enjoyed that. That's what kind of like what I enjoyed a lot of Vegeta's story of being an anti-hero. So now being as Goku, I managed to pull off Goku Super as soon as I got into the back and wasted Vegeta. And it's really cool to pull that off against AI, but even better to pull that off against another actual person. Now, as I went through a lot of these different moves and stuff like that, these are pretty much my first 4 matches, and I happened to win my first 4. So I really, I thought it maybe have been a tad bit too easy, or I was just coming against a hell of a lot of noobs. Or maybe I'm just a bit better than I think. But it was, again, because this was only the second time I was using Vegeta. I'm pretty sure this might have been a rematch against the same guy as well. I'm not too sure. But I still wanted to learn Vegeta's attack, so as I was kind of learning a few of the moves, I managed to get away with a few things. He's good with his air combos. I like Vegeta's strength as well. But no, I'm really enjoying Vegeta. I still want to kind of keep up with him, learn a hell of a lot more of his moves. And at this time, I didn't know how to do Final Flash, and that's the move I was kind of gunning for. I did quite a few big bangs. But no, oh, here we go. They actually figured it out, and then I managed to pull it off, and I managed to hit her with the Final Flash. Not as powerful as I hoped it was going to be, but I managed to knock 18 out. Very happy about that. And then I come across Vegeta again himself, and I managed to pull it off because now I knew it. The thing is he blocked it, and he came at me with his, and managed to hit me with it. Oh, but I had switched character at that time, so Frieza got the full brunt of that, and maybe switched over to Goku, who's been full life. And because I'd had a bit more experience with Goku, I managed to pull off a fair bit of moves with this. So I was giving this guy an absolute hiding. He's on his last character. I'm on, I still have my 3 still alive, so it was a lot of the moves they were pulling off, and I managed to get him here just as he was doing the big bang. And I felt very happy about that. As you can see, he really skipped that ending bit, so people usually do that when they're a bit angry, so hey. And this is the 4th and final match of this one. So coming up to here, this was my 4th match, and I was actually getting quite used to the characters and stuff like that, quite used to the moveset. So as I was coming up, I don't know if it was just the different players that I was getting. Maybe the more matches that I did, I started to come across a lot more experienced players. But it started to get a lot more fast-paced, and getting used to the characters, and then I could figure out what their ranges were. So in this match here, basically, of course I'm not going to show all my losses. I'm going to show my wins, but actually I did win my first 4 matches, and then I did have my fair share of losses too, and some guys absolutely owned me, like it was uncanny. One guy like fully toyed with me. He let me win like maybe the first round, and then when it came down to the second round, we did a rematch, and he did not give me a chance. So there's a lot of people playing that beta out there at the moment. A lot of people getting really good at it, and you can definitely see this game becoming like part of that esports, or part of that like one of those games that's going to be a part of that the fighting tournament of games. You can definitely see it, and it's cool. I like that this game is going to actually make it into the entry. Because this game is a lot of fun, very fast, and enjoyable to play as well. Like, even though there's 3 characters there, the matches are over very, very quickly. And yeah, as you can see, this is only my 4th match, and the learning curve on it has already got real quick, and I've managed to like block off a lot of dudes. And like I do enjoy my fighting games, but I wouldn't say that I'm very good at them. But I would like to. So yeah, hey, but if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this, do let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel. It'd be cool to have the support of you guys of what you guys want to see. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching to the end. My name is Jimmy Games. I'll see you next time. Peace.